Hyderabad was forced to make a U-turn and return and land at Frankfurt airport on Sunday evening. The flight LH752 had departed from Germany and was scheduled to land in Hyderabad's Rajiv Gandhi International Airport early on Monday, but it did not, instead taking a U-turn and returning to Frankfurt. And in fact, Lufthansa Airlines has said that they did not receive a permit to land in Hyderabad, and that's why the aircraft took a U-turn and returned instead of landing in Hyderabad. So this was a Lufthansa flight that was headed to Hyderabad from Frankfurt, but it did not land, instead making a U-turn, returning to Frankfurt. And now Lufthansa Airlines says that it did not get a permit from the Hyderabad airport, which is why it had to take a complete deviation, take a U-turn and return all the way to Frankfurt, where the journey started from. My colleague Nilesh is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Nilesh, if this was a scheduled flight, how is it that permission was not granted for its landing? What happened? Any details?
Well, as of now, no confirmation has been given to that query. But what we are learning that a Lufthansa flight, which was traveling from Hyderabad, was forced to make a U-turn and return to the land at Frankfurt Airport on Sunday evening. The flight has been identified as LH752, which was departed from Germany and was scheduled to land at Hyderabad's Rajiv Gandhi International Airport early morning today. But as per the Lufthansa team, a line or a primary information has been given that they did not receive a permit to land into the Hyderabad airport, and which is why they had to make a U-turn and had to force land at a different location. So that is an update that as of now the team from Lufthansa has given to the media.
Okay, all right. Nilesh, in fact, it does raise several questions on what could have happened. You're saying that as of now, Lufthansa has only said that it was not granted a permit to land at Hyderabad, and that's why it took a U-turn. But it will pose several questions. It returned all the way to Frankfurt on, there could have been an incident where they did not have enough fuel, would have had to land somewhere else. They returned all the way back to Frankfurt. If it was a scheduled flight, how is it that it was not allowed to land in Hyderabad? What exactly happened? There will be a lot of questions around that. But what you're telling us is that it returned to Frankfurt and the passengers alighted from there. More details on the same are awaited, isn't it?
Well, yes, absolutely. The incident is definitely concerning, and given the fact that it is just 4 to 5 days now that the incident in Ahmedabad took place, and since then we have been reporting that how several lapses are seen at multiple levels. Several aircrafts are receiving bomb threats. So we saw that how a helicopter crash was seen at Uttarkashi, and since then airline facilities are into question. And now this again raises many questions as to how is it possible that a scheduled flight, a regular flight, was not given permit. So that is raising many questions. Now you can understand that the flight had to make a U-turn. So if possibly they did not have the fuel capacity of the return journey, what could have been the situation could have been worse. The passengers who had their plans that could have been directly affected. Most importantly, as of now, we are learning that no injuries or any kind of harm is being reported into this aspect. So that is a positive part. But it is many questions that is floating as of now as to how such airlines function without being onto their schedule, without having proper permit. How can they even take off?
Okay, absolutely. Yes, it does raise those questions, and we are told that it returned all the way to Frankfurt. The questions on the fuel capacity, why is it that it did not make any landing at another airport until permission was granted here, or was it denied permission completely? If yes, what was the reason for it? These are the answers that are awaited. Nilesh, thank you for joining us with those details. So as of now, the initial details have come in. What we can confirm at the moment is that the Lufthansa flight to Hyderabad from Frankfurt returned all the way back to Frankfurt after it was denied permission to land in Hyderabad. The flight LH752 departed from Germany and was scheduled to land in Hyderabad's Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, but it was denied a permit. What was the reason for it? We're still awaiting confirmation on that. All right, with that, let's shift our attention now, viewers. The tensions between Israel and Iran only continue to soar. Israel's Operation Rising Lion has involved over